this. What are you offering? Are you offering? Is it free? What are you offering? Are you offering? Is it free? What are you offering? Are you offering? Is it free? What are you offering? Are you offering? Is it free?
An honor and a privilege. Truly. No, thank you. A reciprocal hand heart to you.
Playing this song has been a tradition because we wrote it like right before the first VidCon, actually, like just days before, and so we, attempted to play at that first VidCon, and we played it ever since. And now that we're outside, we can imagine a beautiful wonder of nature blooming out of Joey Graceffa's head and the convention center, and going into the distance.
That's a full rainbow all the way, double rainbow, oh my God, double rainbow, it's a double rainbow all the way, damn, it's a double rainbow all the way, damn, oh my God. What does this mean? It's so bright, so vivid, double rainbow, it's so intense.
Will help teach you. But then you probably wouldn't be here, I guess. So we're gonna start low, but then we'll grow. It goes like this.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Yeah, yeah, so intense. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Wow, wow, wow.
And then as you remember, the counter melody comes in.
Somebody once told me the world is turning on me. I hate the sharpest tool in the shed. So intense. She was looking kinda dumb with her fingers.
Never mind. Let's stick to the first song.
Look at that rainbow, double rainbow all the way across the sky.
I see you out there.
Yeah, yeah. So intense. Double rainbow all
You guys
the
sound
way
awesome.
across the sky. Wow.
Are you ready? Hands in the air. Come on, let's go.
So intense. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Wow, wow, oh my God. Look at that rainbow. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Yeah. So intense. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
You guys sound great. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Yeah. So intense. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Wow, wow, oh my God. Look at that rainbow.
That is the baddest rainbow. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Next up is Hey Green. You are our bubble rainbow.
Introduce the one, the only, Hey Green!
Hello, nerds.
Stressful. Whoever does this must be very stressed out. And then I'm like, oh. Anyway, so I wrote this song. It's one of the first songs I ever wrote in my whole life. And it's probably still my most popular song ever, so I just want to get it out of the way. Actually, maybe I'll just play it 12 times. Well, I'm getting kinda tired of this pre-publication media blitz. You got all of Mugglekind under your spell. Don't you know the whole world's already gone and reserved a copy at Amazon? How many more books could you sell? Now give me my book or go to hell, 'cause I need Harry Potter like a Grandilow needs water. And as that day approaches, my need grows. Ooh, I see you. Deathly Hallows, Incendio, book sales and bars. It'll be like Phoenix tears on a broken nose. Deathly Hallows. Well, I'm getting kinda petrified. What would Ron do if Hermione died, or if Voldemort killed Hedwig just for yucks? I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't know this was before the book came out. I have no, sorry, spoilers. I have no confidence in theories about the Half-Blood Prince. And what if Harry's brain is off or crux? Holy crap, that would freaking suck. 'Cause I need Harry Potter as that day approaches my Negroes. Ooh, I see you, dead hours in San Diego, bookshelves and bars, 'cause it'll be like Phoenix tears on a broken nose. Yeah, I see you, Deathly Hallows. What comes with the sleeves of J.K. Rowling? I bet it has to do with never breakably vowing to protect that pure blood philosophy. But in the end, I don't think it's gonna matter if Snape's good or if he's bad, because the weight of the world rests on our boy. Yeah, the weight of the world rests on our boy. Harry Potter, like when Grindelow needs water, and as that day approaches, Hardy grows. Yeah, Osseo, Deathly Hallows, Incendio, book sales and bars, it'll be like Phoenix tears on a broken nose. Yeah, Osseo, Deathly Hallows. Ooh, Osseo, Deathly Hallows. Wait. But mostly I'm just feeling sad. I know this could end real bad, but I wish it didn't have to end at all. Yeah, I wish it didn't have to end at all. 'Cause I couldn't care more about Harry Potter if Hogwarts was my alma mater, and as that day approaches my Negroes. Yeah, Osseo, Deathly Hallows, Incendio, books, broken nose. Yeah, Osseo, Deathly Hallows. From that very first supplicator oozing from the slime, we exist and then we don't. That's just how we do. And everyone you know someday will also be dead too. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's the one true thing on which every living thing can rely. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's the one thing you can't live through. There's not a thing that you can do, and you and me and us, we're all gonna die. Well, many folks will hope that there's a way out of this song. That if we act, I think, is that how it goes? I don't know. We'll find out. Think real hard and act real tough, somehow we'll get along. We'll fix those telomeres, digitize our brains, freeze our dying bodies till the remedy's attained. Well, I have some bad news for you. You can't outrun the hearse. The explosion of the summer heat, death of the universe. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's the one true thing on which every living thing can rely. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's the one thing you can't live through. There's not a thing that you can do, and you and me and us, we're all gonna die. Well, the marvelous truth of it all is that death is such a gift, because the only reason we can die is that we even live. The improbability of life, and you and me and us, that we exist at all to sniff and kiss and taste and hear and touch. We've used our minds to make so many awesome things somehow. Including, excuse you, including all of the words in the song you're listening to right now. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's the one true thing on which every living thing can rely. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. The singularity won't save you. There's not a thing that you can do, and you and me and us, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. And be nice to each other.
There's two in the shed. I know.
She was
Looking kind of dumb
with her finger and thumb, the shape of an L, forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, your head gets dumb. Oh, so much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't go. Oh, hey now, you're a rock star. That's not how it goes now. Get, I know. Oh, hey now, you're a rock star. Get the game on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Well, it's a cold day, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the medium men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting loud, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I never get bored. Oh, hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on, go play. Oh, hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars. Even tired of it yet, are you? Somebody wants that. Could I spare some change for gas? I need to get myself away from this place. And I said, yeah, what a concept. I could use a little view of myself. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense but to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back streets. You never shine if you don't glow. You'll never tell if you don't go. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on, go play. Oh hey now, you're a rock star. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
That was really weird. Like, you see that sometimes people like this, and it's just like, yeah, like once, and then ever since then, that moment was inevitable, apparently. It's comforting in some ways, very, very terrifying in others. This song is about my ancestors who, and also, you know, my previous job.
Well, a pheasant is a bird, and they need to be plucked after being slaughtered.
Nope, after being slaughtered, but before they're put on trucks. Now I have to burp because I drank a bunch of water. I should have. Why did I not do that in the mic? Jeez, that was a super missed opportunity. No. That man, a seltzer.
And you probably don't think much of me, just a lonely pheasant plucker at the pheasant factory. But my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. Just listening to music as I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. And I come from a mother pheasant plucking family, from a mother pheasant plucking plantation in Italy.
No. No. That's really gonna mess me up real fast. I put the kibosh on it. Just gotta make sure no more fun. No fun allowed. We're taking it down, remember? We're getting ready for our bath. And I come from a mother pheasant plucking family, from a mother pheasant plucking plantation in Italy. And the days were hard and the nights were long, so to keep their spirits high, they sang this song. They sang, my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. Just listening to music as I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. My mother was a mother pheasant plucker as well. She loved to pluck the mother pheasants, yes I can tell. And she sang this song as she plucked all day long. She never ever got the lyrics wrong. She sang, my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. Just listening to music as I pluck mother pheasants. I'm a pleasant pheasant plucker, and nobody's ever heard a pleasant mother pheasant plucker like me say the F word. Because my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. Just listening to music as I pluck mother pheasants. Let me say the F word. Because my life as a mother pheasant plucker is pleasant. Just listening to music as I pluck mother pheasants. Nobody's ever heard of us, a mother pheasant plucker might say the F word. What's his name? His name is Harrison. The Junebug fly. Long live Harrison the June. Well, I mean, guys, it's a long time for a Junebug thing. It'll be a long Junebug life. It'll be greater than average. It'll be on the outside of the bell curve for where a Junebug starts, but not like long. But it might already be dead. Let's be like. Look, someday there will be no humans left to remember that humans were even here. Much less Harrison the Junebug. Welcome to VidCon, everyone. This is the festival stage brought to you by Hollister. We're all going to die. This is a really weird show. I appreciate you for indulging me.
Thank you for indulging us.
This song is about quirks. Again, that is a really weird thing to have happen. As this song is about quirks, that's not usually a real... How's everybody doing tonight?
A quark is a fundamental constituent of matter observed in 1968 through deep elastic scatter. We found that protons aren't as simple as we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of 3 separate pieces. It just gets more confusing as our knowledge increases. And that is what a quark is. It's a piece of a proton. They also make up other things, including the neutron. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter. You still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless some things are missed, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists.
Well, things made up of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many I always wonder about that. Like, what does Eric Clapton do when he has to burp in the middle of a song? Does he just not burp? I don't know how to do that.
Guitar solo. You're good.
He just like makes the solo go longer, I bet. And he's just like. Things made out of things made out of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many types of hadrons are theoretically described, but most exist for only very brief amounts of time. Quarks have electric charge, color charge, mass, and spin. Having color charges, they exist solely inside of other kinds of particles that cannot exist alone, which is why quarks have never been studied on their own. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless some things are missed, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Well, quarks are joined together in 2 different ways. Baryons and mesons, but most instantly decay. If a particle has 3 quarks, then it's a baryon. If there's 1 quark and an empty quark, then it is a meson. These tiny bits of matter are part of almost everything, and there is a unified theory to make it less confusing. But the fact that we've identified that they exist at all is so fucking remarkable that I can sing it all. Oh, up, down, straight, drive, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless they make them, they make up everything. Alright, I don't know how this is gonna go. Probably not good! This is my second to last song. I put it second to last just so that it's not... I don't really, Blake, suck on the last song. Can I get your hat? Playing this song and then I saw this guy's hat on Twitter and I was like, damn. The chords are on the ground. Because I've never played it in, like, this song was written by the Gregory Brothers. With a little help from us, but very little. And I've only ever played it with a band, so I just don't know. I just don't know.
You got that man entirely wrong. John, we are all bad people. Hey, Gotham never gets better for long. Crime is not actually caused by evil.
What did I do wrong? Right, okay. Crime is not
Actually caused by evil.
Oh, Batman's just a rich guy
With an affinity for bats, who's playing out his insane fantasy. How is that heroic? Batman's values and values are a reflection of our own values and actions to make the world better. Does Batman understand how difficult it is for an underfunded city like Gotham to replace roads and bridges? We see ourselves in the cracks in its facade. In his anger and frustration because we have all those things to hate. John, hey, John, hey, John, you got Batman entirely wrong. John, we are all bad people. Hey, Gotham never gets better for long. Crime is not actually caused by evil. Crime is not actually caused by evil.
That was wrong. Not actually caused by... You don't care. Why do you care? You don't care about it.
Disenfranchisement and poverty, lack of access to job opportunities. We are not the heroes Earth needs. Earth needs the heroes.
Oh, hey,
John, hey, John, hey, John, you got Batman entirely wrong. John, we are all bad people. Hey, Gotham never gets better for long. Crime is not actually caused by evil. Crime is not actually caused by evil.
crime
Crime is not actually caused by evil. Crime is not actually caused by evil.
We are all bad
Crime is not actually caused by evil.
people. We are all bad people. We are all bad people. We are all bad people.
Caused by evil.
All bad people.
Caused by evil. We are all
Bad people.
You should do something like that. All right, you guys, I honestly want to stay on this stage all night long. This has been really fun. This was unsurprisingly a pretty stressful time for me, and it's such a joy that I get to take a little break. And I mean, like this, you were very supportive, and you like what I have done, and that really, like, what else can a person ask for? I hope that you are finding lots of other things to love and people that you are enjoying hanging out with here at VidCon. It is the best place to do that because, look, it's people who like the things that you like. For coming and hanging out tonight. I'm your biggest fan. This is about a fish. So for those of you who don't know the story, the bottom of the ocean, it's really not, there's nothing there. So like, I'm just gonna stop playing guitar and tell you a story. So there, like, the ecosystems down below where the sun reaches is based on something called marine snow. Marine snow, like it's like snow. I like snow. It's the water that falls out of the. So what's the water that falls out of the sea? Well, it's dead sea creatures. So things die and they sink, and that's marine snow. So it's just rotting fish carcasses and plankton and stuff like that that's dying and sinking at the bottom of the ocean. And the first like few layers of that, there's actually enough to like have ecosystems based on it. And it's pretty amazing. But you need a lot of stuff to be an organism, and an anglerfish is actually a predator in that environment. So to be like, I'm eating all the detritus, I'm just the detritivore, is what is the word. And so the detritivores are eating the dead stuff, and then you have the anglerfish that eat the detritivores. And so, like, not only you're basing this on like a completely lightless ecosystem, you are only eating the things that eat the things. So it's very hard to be an anglerfish. And so, like, you need a large territory to live in if you are a deep sea anglerfish, which means that when it's time for to make the next generation of anglerfish, you have to find another fish in an ecosystem where there just isn't enough space for lots of fish. So it's like, okay, well, it's baby making time. How am I gonna find somebody? Like, you could like send a scent out into the ocean, or you could like turn your light up real bright and say, come over to me. Well, it turns out that the anglerfish has, over the years, the deep sea anglerfish has over the years developed a very weird solution to this problem, which is that when a male anglerfish is born, I guess it used to start out like the male anglerfish would just sort of like latch on and like hang out with the female until like, and maybe let go and latch back on. But what happens now is that the male anglerfish will bite the female anglerfish on its side, and then there's an enzyme in her skin that dissolves his lips. And into her, like middle school, right? Their circulatory systems fuse together until his body is literally fed by her heart. And it's beautiful. And then like, but her body then absorbs everything that he once was, because he wasn't much to begin with. He doesn't even, like when a male anglerfish is born, they don't even have the ability to eat. So they have to do this very fast. They sniff out a female anglerfish and they bite her, and that's the whole thing. Like this whole life goal. And then like basically everything just gets sucked into her body until he's just like genitalia, and that's it. It's just like nuts on the back of a fish. And that is the beautiful story of how deep sea anglerfish make their way in the world. What? So I heard about that and I wrote a song because I was like, that is beautiful and awful. And also like, my life's pretty good. Have a much larger female and just become a pair of nuts.
hanging off the side, ejaculating into the water when she releases a hormone into her blood to tell me to because she's making the next generation of fish. But like, I guess that's what he wants. So here's the song. It's the longest version of that story I've ever told. I just don't want to go. Yes, it's true that I once went through life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned and I've been spurned, and through it all, my friends, I've learned. It's house full the knife gets turned, but my friends, I found an animal. Oh my God, my friends, I found an animal who doesn't feel this pain, and my life is so much better now that I can feel the same. 'Cause you can't eat the knife if you live your whole life without light, and you can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no freaking idea what else to be. Well, the deep-sea anglerfish never has to find a mate. He's always nervous. Well, the deep-sea dwelling anglerfish never has to find a mate. They are always there together when it's time to procreate. See, one dark night a young male lights a female on her side, then slowly he becomes a sperm-producing parasite. Or burps. I shouldn't have drank. This was all your fault. And if we can say he lives at all, he lives until she dies, and until that day he literally never leaves her side. Oh, you can't hate the night if you live your whole life without light. You can't hate the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no freaking idea what else to be. Well, for years this rule has kept me out of hopeless despair. You simply do not feel what is always there. I ask my brain to entertain that pain is the same, that if I feel it all the time, can you really call it pain? Well, I don't have any friends and I don't have any hair, but neither does the anglerfish, and she doesn't care. You can't hate the night if you live your whole life without light. You can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has to be. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and hanging out and being good people and just rocking it. It's been a very fun show. I want to do it more. It's very special to me. I do miss the band, and I say thank you. But thanks, Karen. And thanks to everybody who has helped set this whole festival stage up. It's been really fun. And to all of the people before me, the Gregory Brothers, and Triple Pony Club, and probably other people that I wasn't here for. Oh, Peter! Oh, yeah. Thank you guys. It's really fun, and and we got another day left. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your VidCon. Thank you all, and thanks to those folks in the back and for making the sound real good. You guys are great. Have a lovely evening. Go take a bath.